Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin moved up yesterday. Obviously, we talked about that in the last video. And we had the interest rate decision, interest rate reduction. That hasn't done much. However, it hasn't really changed the trend that we've been observing already. The idea was that it could serve as a catalyst for sure. But the idea was that we are moving up into the direction of that next 67K target that we have listed here on the daily chart. Still two scenarios I'm tracking. The first one, but basically, as I said, it's the same scenario actually. Just two variations of the same because they both show a wave 4. So both scenarios I'm tracking as long as we're holding 43K, or let's say as long as we're holding the 5th of August low. Yeah. But overall, their key support is 43K for a wave 4 correction. The idea is that a third wave, a larger degree third wave topped in March, we have a correction that possibly ended on the 5th of August. That would be an ABC structure then, ABC. And here a low could have formed already. And in this case, the white count takes us higher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this scenario, the third wave should get to the 1.38 extension around 74K, just below that actually. So that would be an ideal scenario for the third wave to get there. If we don't even get there, we can't even add the support area for the fourth wave. So in this scenario, we are working on a 5-wave move to the upside. The larger degree fourth wave correction that started in March already bottomed in August. And this is a bullish scenario. And once we get, well, a viable third wave, I can add a support area for wave 4. And once we get 5 waves up, we can add the support area for wave 2. That will take a while to work through that, but that wave 2 would be an interesting entry point for a third wave rally for the next move up, okay, of the next larger degree third wave. Now, in the yellow scenario, we are dealing with, the WXY structure, and in the Y wave, we have an ABC, and that B wave also should take us a bit higher towards 67K. So that's what we've been watching for in the last week or so, last 1 or 2 weeks, after the bulls found support here in the support area and turned the ship around. That did lead to a invalidation of the direct bearish setup, but it doesn't remove the risk of another dip into the lower support area. And that's the yellow, let's say, variation of this scenario, where we're just moving up in a corrective rally before going down. Now, to this scenario, the momentum is up, so the trend is up, so we're looking for higher prices. What we have to do is, especially in this area, and there are certain levels in the 66K area as well that we see on the smaller time frame that will give us further clues, because there could also already be a rejection. So pay attention to that area around 66, 67K first. We also have a key trend line here. Any break above it would likely push us higher towards 74K. And we need 5 waves for a really bullish outlook. But for now, both are still pointing higher. So let's take a look at the shorter time frame. Here we had a breakout above this trend channel yesterday. Not particularly surprising. As I said, we were watching for higher either directly, or there was a lower support area that could also have offered support had the upper support area here broken. But it did hold, so as long as we're holding even the upper support area, there is no need to focus on the lower one, even though being prepared is always good. Yesterday I posted on Twitter, and make sure that you follow us here if you're not doing that already. Like 17 hours ago, I posted that the pullback from yesterday's high looks corrective. A break above the upper boundary line of the corrective price channel, which is shown in red, could be an indication that the wave 3 here on the 1-hour chart, that wave 3 to the upside has actually started. And this was our signal, right? We had the break above this trend line. That worked out quite well. The price at the time was still below 60K. And if I go back, then we actually saw the next update, and we've already seen that there was a good reaction to the support zone. Now the bulls need to ideally hold above the trend channel and generate more upside momentum. All of that we've seen, okay? We've seen all of that. There has even been a successful retest of this trend line from above. Not sure if we posted any further updates. No, but further updates are part of the gold membership. But if you're interested in additional free updates, even in between videos, make sure that you follow us here on Twitter. X, Twitter. We also cover certain coins here on the weekend that we don't cover on YouTube. So you find, by the way, you find the link in the description. Just make sure you only follow the one with the blue check mark. And looking at this rally here to the upside, okay, we could say we are in the third wave. That's wave 3 now. But this is the 1 hour chart. So don't confuse this with a bigger picture. This just gives us a little bit more detail. Here the idea is that we are working on an ABC structure to the upside. And the A wave, obviously the idea is it topped here on Friday the 13th. We had a B wave pullback, which was quite shallow. And then the signal that wave C has started was the 1-2 setup, okay? And then holding support at 58,320, breaking above the trend channel, holding the trend channel. I mean, we had everything we needed. And now it's moving probably in this third wave. That was the last update I sent late yesterday on Discord as well. And I added a support zone. So the idea is now that it's whatever it's doing, okay, again, I don't have a great read of this microstructure. It's a 3-wave move up at the moment. Could be that we're now starting a B wave at some point before we go up higher, but sometimes you don't get a clear microstructure in the third wave, not even on this wave degree anyway. We're on the 30-minute chart. So at some point there's a limit, but we have a support area. It's defined between 59,957 and 61,310. Okay, so that's the key support area here in this B wave. And then, yeah, the C wave to the upside obviously could send us higher. Wave C of 3. Then there should be a wave 4 and a wave 5. And that's sort of how I see it. Okay, 5 waves up is what I'm watching for now, especially that we broke out. Obviously, a lot can go wrong along the way, along the journey here. And a break below 59,957 would be a first signal that is starting to break down. Someone asked me in the comments of the last video, what's the next resistance? Well, it's here on the chart. So the next upside Fibonacci levels to watch 64,800 for this third wave. And therefore I said, here 66K, this would be an ideal target for the 5th wave. Unless we see further extensions, we could finish in this area, this rally, okay? I mean, structural resistance is also in that area here, these previous swing highs, so around 64,800. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.